Hi there, everybody. This is Mark Bromley, your artist and author of the Yoranthium book series, living in the North Korea of the United States of America, called Northglenn, Colorado. Here you have a artwork that I did in 1987. You can see my illustration skills are very, very good. This is just pencil on sketchpad paper. Uh, it's basically me. Back in 1987, over in high school, Northglenn High School. This is one of my drawings. You can see I have the real good level of skill and capability of actually sketching really well. I was also attacked by political nemesis in this piece. The little police hat that I'm wearing in the picture, that was put on my head by a Democrat art teacher over at Northland High School. They knew something about the Bromley legacy for creating Adams County, Jefferson County, Denver, Arapahoe County, large portions of Colorado. And that was Emmett Ayers Bromley that did that. And this is evidence and proof of an attack by a political nemesis and hatred that goes back since the founding of the state of Colorado, aimed directly at me for being a Bromley. Uh, yes, my ancestor that I'm related to, he was with law enforcement in the Sheriff's Department of Adams County. And yeah, he was a police officer. Uh, when they put this hat on my head, they just wanted everybody to be having a silly hat or something like that. And so that was the art instructor at Northland High School making fun of the police at the same time and making fun of me as well for being a Bromley and being related to the foundations of Colorado itself. Yeah, this is basically where you see political persecution at its finest, even in a drawing. They didn't educate me or tell me what my past was. As a matter of fact, they started cutting out history sections in Colorado libraries, and they started removing the library in Northglenn when I was in high school because they didn't want information or knowledge to be taught. That was the Democrat agenda, even back then in 1987. They just did not want to teach the policies. As a result, even though at Northglenn High School I graduated in the top 10%, my best friend was one of my friends was the valedictorian of the classroom. I sat right next to her for graduation. Um, Even though I was in the top 10% of the class, they just did not give me any benefits or any merit equal to that of other people. As a matter of fact, my own college, I had to take care of that myself, pretty much for the most part. That was all on me. And I guess a lot of people don't understand the difficulties growing up in poverty and trying to be, well, actually being one of the smartest people in the community as well, but being raised in poverty. It means that you get cut off from every single resource that you're supposed to have to help you achieve and succeed. Um, Years later, it would actually force me having to join the military as an enlisted and so on and so forth because, well, there was no support structure anywhere I went to actually pursue higher objectives. Anybody that I talked to in politics to try to get anywhere in the state of Colorado, they wanted kickback. Basically, they wanted a percentage of anything that I made to be advanced any higher because they're all users. They're all abusive users and they mistreat people here in the state of Colorado. And this has been the political situation, the political nemesis of Adams County, of the North Korea, Northglenn, Colorado, of the United States that I have experienced. The same conditions that George Floyd was experiencing that drove him to his life of crime and his ultimate demise with a knee on his neck is exactly the same stuff I was experiencing. All because you're elected Democrats in Colorado are self-serving pricks. They all expect a kickback, money, to be paid to them for the abuse of their power. When I talk about child slave labor in the state of Colorado, ever since elementary school, I had done those school fundraisers by myself, going door to door late at night, selling things like scholastic books, candy, candlesticks, whatever was in their catalog, whatever was in the school catalog that they were selling. I was trying to sell those things. My reward? Some kind of small, frivolous trinket on the same lines as like one of those pencils with a fuzzy top that you twirl and the hair goes out to the side and then you just comb it back into place. Those are the trinkets and the little rewards that they had for children. If you sold like 100 scholastic books, 100 candlesticks, 100 boxes of candy. For what? For some adult. You've seen it in the Girl Scouts. You can actually check out the person who runs the Girl Scouts. She makes millions of dollars every single year for the number of Girl Scout cookies sold. The child slave labor, they get nothing but trinkets. Maybe a discount on their Girl Scout uniform or something like that. Maybe allowed to go to a camping trip, to be programmed and indoctrinated into adult politics. Maybe that's what they'll get. But make no mistake, they're slaves. They're being used as children's slaves. And if you don't play by their rules, they give you nothing. Because all their money goes back to a kickback to their candidates, to their political party, their Democrat Party in Colorado, in communist Kim Jong-un, Kim Jong-il, North Korea, Colorado. It's oppression. When I talk about me and George Floyd being the same, we are. We're victims of our society, and our poverty is created by the very corrupt politicians and politics you've put in power. And they like to tease you, play games with you, even put funny little police hats on you and make you draw it because they think it's funny that they can get away with this kind of crime. Needless to say, you can see my artwork is actually fantastic. And if you don't believe in the North Korea of Colorado, then you should be supporting my artwork. You should be funding me and sending money my way. But you're not, are you? Are you buying my books? Apparently you guys aren't. Because you're being told what books to buy. They tell you what to buy and what to support and when to support it. Because if they don't, what do they do to you? Why are you so afraid of them? Why do you give in to those things? Why do you give in to their narrative? You can say no anytime. You don't have to comply with anything that they say or do. You don't have to. Why do you give in to them? Why do you let them abuse you like that? You don't have to. Support my artwork. Support my book series. Buy my books. Tell them that you've had enough of their bullshit. And you're going to side with Mark Bromley, the George Floyd of Northland. And tell that lying bitch of a mayor of Northland to go to fucking hell. Thank you very much.